In this lesson, we're going to discuss the raglan sleeve, and for that purpose I've loaded a standard raglan through the standard garment styling screen. And as you can see, a raglan has diagonal lines that move from the neck down to the underarm, and this is the armhole seam. Therefore, a raglan has a seam that is part of the neck, where I'm circling now, and then it has a seam that joins the body to the arm. And to the right of the screen, where I'm indicating now, you can see the raglan sleeve as it would be knitted flat. So you have a straight line at the underarm, which matches the straight line at the underarm of the garment. You have a diagonal decrease that carries all the way up the garment to the neck edge, and at the top you have this little angled edge, which is actually the neck edge. That's the side of the neck, and then stretching up is going into the back of the neck. So you have these two distinct parts of a raglan sleeve: the continually gradual decrease and then a more complex decrease and cast off at the top. And your raglan has settings that you can set on the left here in the icons. So on your raglan you can adjust the same settings as you can on your standard set-in sleeve garment, but you have additional ones. You have the neck shaping, you have the standard garment shaping where you can put instructions in we've seen before, you have the back neck shaping and the neckband shaping. The neck width, if we note here, is set at 17.4, and it shows that it is the same measurement as the back neck measurement. So this is the width of the back of the neck of the garment, and we say it's set at 17.4. And then we have the sleeve styling, which allows us to put in the cuff measurements, the blousing, the sleeve straight, the same as before. And you'll notice that neck edge here is greyed out, and that's because in the next setting the neck edge has been made an auto measurement. So this is where we can do more information for the raglan styling, which is called Styling for Raglan Sleeve, and it looks like a little picture of the garment. So when we click on that, we get other options. We get chest ease, upper arm ease, and neck width. Now neck width we've just looked at, and it's saying 17.4, so we know this is tied in to the back neck width. On the chest ease, you have the option to put in more body width and more upper arm ease here. We'll just alter those just to see what happens. So if I make the chest ease 24 and the upper arm ease 24, the whole garment changes shape. Now these are tied in together. Chest ease and upper arm ease both affect this diagonal line. You can't alter one by itself because you need to have the balance. Now you can see if I change these back, if you look over here on the right where there is the picture of the sleeve, you can see how the sleeves got much wider. If I go back here and I change the chest ease back to 14 and the upper arm width back to 14, the sleeve has changed to become narrow again, and the angle has altered here again because they are reliant on each other. If we adjust the neck width, let's make it 12.4. You can see the garment changes shape, but this diagonal line also changes. Keep your eyes over on the right of the screen, and I'm going to change the neck width back to 17.4. Keep watching the sleeve and see what happens. See how it changes shape. In the second part of this menu, you've got the instructions that control how you work this. So where we have sleeve neck edge greyed out on the menu, you can change that by clicking neck width, and now the neck width greys out and the sleeve neck edge becomes active. So one of these must be automatic. If we change the auto neck width, the neck width will automatically change, and if I change the sleeve neck edge to 10, keep your eyes over there on the sleeve where the red circle is showing you what you're altering. Sleeve neck edge has changed to 10 centimeters. I'm going to click apply, and the whole thing changes. I'm going to change it back to 8. Keep looking. It becomes narrower. So these are the interrelations of a raglan sleeve. And your knitting is controlled by the third part of the menu, where it says here decrease 1 stitch every 2 rows. You can change this and your whole raglan changes. So you're probably better, if you can, to stick to every 2 rows. That would be most common in a raglan shaping. You can see how it changes the whole shape. Your line gets much longer, so I change it back to 2 and it becomes a much more recognisable shape as a garment. Which isn't to say you can't have 4 rows and 6 rows if you want a very deep armhole. But this explains the auto neck width and the auto sleeve neck edge and how they work together, and the chesties and the upper armies and how they work together. So obviously your design decisions can be made bearing this in mind.